Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the long national nightmare is over. Magnifying Lens is back, and it is showtime. Hi, guys. Sorry about missing the last couple of days. But I'm back now, much to everyone's
May Cormyr enlighten
vast pleasure. Let's see what we've got for the festival stuff.
What do you need to know?
Complete events in Queensdale. That seems pretty easy. Complete 3 available daily achievements. That's the one that gives you, you do it 5 times. Gives you an item box, a choosy box. Open a chest at the New Year in the Celestial Challenge. We'll be doing the Celestial Challenge. Light 5 firecrackers. That's what we'll be doing first.
That'll do nicely.
Blessing of the Celestials. Open a chest. Yeah.
May the Six watch over you.
Let's go ahead. Sky scale up. First thing we need to do. Firecrackers.
Speak quickly.
One. 2.
Coat of the judge and coat of the jury.
3. Okay, we didn't want that. Didn't realize there was a little lowered place in there. 4. Halo Star Wolf. And 5. Yay! A sparkling demonstration has been completed. And I've gotten a lucky firecracker. Lucky me. That's 1. The race.
Good to meet you.
There's the race again.
Knowledge
It's been a year, and all knowledge of this place has been erased from my brain. Is this the race? I think this is the race. I'm not good at this race, but by God and by golly, possibly both, I'm going for speed. I'm going the distance. Yep, wrong mount. Now we're back on the roller beetle, and we're back on the roller beetle. And I completely screwed that up, and I mean completely. I could not have done that much worse. Well, I mean, I could do it worse. But I couldn't do it much worse. I missed something? The hell I did. I would like to object vociferously. This is nonsense. And poopadoodle. And was not actually indicative of my performance in this particular thing. And in fact, I have been slandered, maligned, maliciously slandered and maligned. That's right, maliciously maligned. That's double mouths. That was a mistake. Because I haven't done the race for a year. That was poor. I can't blame the unfamiliarity for that. That was just me being bad. I am being really quite bad. I doubt we're going to get the silver medal we need for the daily. That was almost good, though. You know, if not for the stupid freaking cart. I've forgotten about that cart. Oh dear, this is always bad. This is one of those cases where you're better off with pretty much any other mount. There is a way to jump from here over to there and land. I don't think we're going to make the 3.5 minutes. We made it rather easily. 37 seconds. Yay! No, I do not want to enter the Queen's throne room. It sounds like where she goes to the bathroom.
Oh, I know of a good use for this.
I know of a good use for this. We need more of these tokens of the Celestial Champion. But I think sometimes. We'll need to do the Celestial Challenge thing to get more. I have completed the annual race event in Divinity's Reach in under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. More points for me. In fact, we're now over the limit. I cannot cash in any more points until I spend some points. 3 more pieces of Ascended Armor will do. Wizard's Vault was a terrific addition to the game. So many good additions for so many different types of players. You know, not everything was brokenly good for the high-end players. A lot of the low-end players, they're just going to want gold. And you can make good gold. I mean, for most of my gaming life in this game, I was like between 100 and 300 gold. Well, if you max out as I just did, 1,300, you could spend 540 points on 60 mystic coins. Last I saw, that would be 150 gold. And 800 points on a bag of gold, so that's another 800 gold. Not 800 gold, 100 gold, sorry. So between the two, you're looking at 250 gold for
We're supposed to invite them to play. We shouldn't get
1,340 points. Basically, a little over a full stack, you're making 250 gold. Unimaginable for most of my time in the game. So, and at the higher end, if you're interested, you know, in Ascended stuff, a lot of people are getting their first Ascended pieces through it. And the Legendary Starter kits make approaching Legendary weapons a hell of a lot easier. And they even have Black Lion chest keys they've just added in. Now, there are still noob traps. Don't buy Lesser Essence of Gold. It's terrible. It's a complete and utter noob trap. It sounds good. It's not. All right, the Celestial fighty thing. Let me summon up my little friends.
I like it here.
Good to meet you. Look, life after death.
More violence, I say. Less violence.
Tell me more about the challenge. I'm ready to play. Let's go. Event was successful. Okay. Tributes delivered. All right, we got to grab the tributes and deliver them. I have a tribute. And it unsummoned all of my pets. Great. Always love that. No longer knowing as to which ones do and don't.
Never waste a course.
Alright, we will grab the Celestial Tribute, which it looks strangely like cheese. And deliver it. I have delivered a couple of cheeses now. Wing me. Thank you. Not my favorite festival by any means, this festival. My understanding is it is quite profitable for those willing to expend a good amount of time and effort. Basically maxing out their magic find and then opening up all their envelopes on the last day. In some cases, buying massive numbers of envelopes. Alright, bonus good fortune earned. Points captured.
Accelerating.
You're at Point Paw, I believe, and it's captured. Got two of them captured? No. Oh, yeah, it was two of them captured, so the third one is now also close to being captured. Before I can get there. I've completed 2 events. Oh, these count as events in Queensdale. That's even better. That's double secret awesome sauce. Celestial Tribute.
Accelerating.
These are truffles, I think. I think they nerfed the money-making potential. Hey, dude. For this festival last year by some amount, which was appropriate because, well, it just allowed the rich to get richer. And nobody wants the rich to get richer unless they're one of the rich. I guess I probably count as game rich, at least in terms of gold. But that's just because I haven't been spending any except for when I'm making legendaries. In which case, buying up materials can get super inefficient and expensive.
I've had a good life.
Boing me!
Sure. Look good.
Who doesn't love a good boinging? Boing! I do enjoy a good boinging. Okay. That was not a good boinging. I was not a fan of that particular. That was more of a bonk, less of a boing. Here's the boing. Boing. Thank you. So, Tuesday, my back was bothering me, and I said I would return, assuming my back was not worse. It was worse. On Wednesday, it was much worse. So Wednesday, I determined that I was in for a bad time unless I got lucky. And about half of the time when I fuck up my back, if I get tanked, I do a little liquid muscle relaxant. Okay, if I get drunk, it'll come out of spasm, and that greatly reduces the amount of time I will spend, in essence, incapacitated. And it worked. Woke up yesterday, tired, still uncomfortable, still a lot of stiffness and pain and everything, but the back was no longer in spasm. So instead of at least 2 weeks, I'm now, tomorrow I have a good chance of being back to normal. Today all I really have is some discomfort on the point of the hip on the right. Once again, Dr. Vodka to the rescue. It doesn't always work, but it often does, and that's good enough for me. To at least try, you know?
Hurts, doesn't it?
And once again, it was successful. Yay! Boing! Anyone who's had real back problems knows that, man, it can be utterly debilitating. Sorry about the back. Hope it won't happen. It will happen again, inevitably. It's been a few years, though, since I had a significantly bad one. So, you know, saying I was due is kind of reductive. But it will. It's happened occasionally for 40 years. Oh, this is one of the races. Right. In the past, I have been good enough at this one to actually win a race amongst all of the other players. I do not expect that will be the case today, as I haven't done this for at least a year. Hey, Nod Knox, how you doing? Welcome back. Oop, okay, we'll just escape from them. A little tactical jetpack use. Past several of the other players, I think. Proving that I'm not a complete and utter liar about occasionally having won the race in the past. Event successful. Akira keeps having the highest contribution every round, so there. Certain people are just extraordinarily good at sort of the mini events for this.
Statistically speaking,
This is rather rare. I'm just fine. Finished your whiskey glass for the day. I certainly am not going to disapprove. I fucked up my back on Monday, and so Tuesday, I chose to have Dr. Vodka pay me a visit. And yesterday, my back was out of spasm, and today, just a little bit of discomfort. Which is pretty much the
I know of a
best
good
possible
use for
case
this.
that I can ever get when I fuck up my back. All thanks to you, Dr. Vodka. It's about 50-50 that my back will come out of spasm if I get drunk. Especially the earlier I do it. If I do it, right at the day that I've screwed up my back, the odds are much, much better. All right, we got 3. Count them 3. More things done. We got another special for completing 3. Nope, that was the daily. All right, for completing 3 events, which we did in there. The weekly for completing 10 events. That was fast. And the special for opening the chest of the Celestial Challenge. Dr. Vodka seems like a good doctor, despite the taste. I don't taste it. That's why I use the vanilla vodka and root beer. I don't taste the vodka taste. Actually, it's probably not fair to say it's vodka. I mean, technically, yes, it's vodka. It's grain alcohol with some minerals put in to make it actually have a taste.
Seize the moment.
Complete the annual New Year's Customs achievement. That probably won't be happening. Almost destroyed your neck laying down and playing Diablo 2R in bed last week.
Hey, weakling, you tried Dragon Ball yet?
Were you playing on a handheld device, or were you propped up and watching a TV? Russian vodka is distilled from potatoes. Most vodka elsewhere is from any grain. Basically, that's all it is just grain alcohol. Grain alcohol, or the starch in the potatoes. Basically, it's just taking starch and turning starch into alcohol.
My time is
Switched to a
precious.
controller and saved your neck this week. That makes sense. Yep. A controller, or like a Steam Deck, or God have mercy on your soul, a Switch.
May the six watch over you.
Propped up with 4 pillows and a big screen TV. Yeah, that's not ideal. There is actually a product that is specifically for sitting up in bed with the keyboard and mouse. At least one. I can't remember the name of it, but I could track it down if I had
How
to.
can I help?
Let's see, 9 tokens, double click 8 to make another one. Okay, well that gives us 5 of the heavy duty tokens, which we then turn around and cash in for valuable prizes. Over here, I think.
What is it?
Okay, Divine Luckies. Right, those take 1 of the Celestial Champion tokens and 90 silver. That's pretty much guaranteed over any length of time to be slightly profitable. These ones at another 10 silver each are not guaranteed to be slightly profitable, but I usually end up buying them
How's it
anyway
going?
because it's fun.
May the six.
So we have 5. We'll buy 5 of those. You can buy 8 more of this item per account per day.
Are you well?
And then you
Did
can
you
buy
need something?
8 more. So we'll spend 8 gold.
Speak quickly. Greetings.
All right, so we have the Lunar Gift Box. Wife is making a cushion-style contraption with a lumbar support neck brace and hard surfaces for the keyboard and mouse, but she's at the Cheese Festival in your capital. Now, I want cheese.
Greetings.
How much of her at the Cheese Festival is business and how much is fun?
I didn't see you there.
We'll commonly get a patchwork knapsack and a couple of little lucky envelopes. My favorite cheese.
Wait, listen, aid you.
It depends on the application.
Knowledge is bliss.
What I really like about cheese is when it is browned to the
You seem
point
friendly.
where it is somewhere between just gooey and chewy, basically combining both of those.
I greet you.
I mean, I've had things like where you take cheese and you heat it to the point where basically all of the milk fats come out and you're just left with the milk solids that brown. That is often served as a low-carb
Responsibility
snack.
isn't easy.
DM address and we can ship international. Oh, ooh, ooh,
May Cormyr enlighten
ooh, ooh. Do you have like a website where I can?
Do you need my help?
I will have to consider my options. And then the rares are the firework weapons, which are celestial because it's celestial.
What is it?
Statistically
No.
speaking,
A couple of the
This is rather
smalls
rare.
and a patchwork knapsack, which I think is just basically a
I'm rich.
champion bag.
nah.
Something called fire cheese that you brown in a pan and eat on
Cormyr
crackers.
enlighten
That's similar, sort of similar
Everything
to
is
something.
relative.
Trying to remember the name.
How can I help?
I want to say roulette, but that's not it.
How's it
It's
going?
something similar to that. It's a cheese. It's Swiss. It's similar fondue, where basically it all gets melted. You scoop it off on anything, and then at the bottom you have the sort of the baked down, chewy.
Greetings.
Yeah, like a cheese s'more. What is? Now I have to look it up. Raclette. That's what I was looking for. Raclette. I've never had it, but it sounds really
Good to
good.
meet you. Greetings.
I mean, pizza is the obvious choice. A good
Cormyr
cheese pizza by
enlighten
itself, it doesn't need additional toppings. If you've got a nice crust and good cheeses, and the cheeses, particularly if they're nice and brown at the top. All right, we have 37 regular little lucky envelopes. These are the common items, uncommon, and then the rares. I don't know if any of the rares are big money items. I don't think any of the rares for this festival are big money items. We'll drag that down here. And we'll open them all.
Oh, I know of a good use for this.
And this will give
May
us
the Six watch over you.
3 more little lucky envelopes. Seems reductive, but okay.
How can I help?
So this is giving us luck. Now, theoretically, what you do in this is you save up your luck and you use it to raise your luck. And then we use it eventually at the end. Then you open up all of your envelopes. Pizza with sourdough, ham, ricotta, walnuts, cheese, and drizzled with honey. I'm not a huge fan of walnuts, but regardless,
I
I would
like it
be
here.
happy to eat that.
Accelerating.
There are a couple pizza places near me that are really, really good. And they each have one pizza that I'm just nuts about. The more obvious one is there's a place that has a chicken bruschetta, which is a white sauce pizza with a lot of garlic, enough garlic that you get a little bit of the garlic burn, and it's really good. But the other place has what's called a figgy piggy. It is figs,
You seek knowledge?
bacon, feta cheese, sage, and drizzled with olive oil.
How's it going?
They also have one that has green apples in it. That's really good, really tasty for a piece, but it's not the kind of pizza where you want to sit down and eat half of it. It has green apples. What the hell else?
Responsibility isn't easy.
It doesn't have feta. That has gorgonzola. So you get the sour, you get the salty, and from the gorgonzola. I don't remember what else they have. And then they have another one where it's basically a normal sounding pizza with at least 40 cloves of
Need my help.
baked garlic.
I like it here. Did you need something?
Whole cloves. It is. I just ate and I'm
My
making
time is
myself
precious.
hungry. All right, we now have 13 of the Divine Lucky envelopes. Again, the commons, the uncommons, and here,
Knowledge is bliss.
yeah, the New Year's weapons chest. I think these are the new ones.
Greetings.
The Jade Serpent. I wouldn't mind the Jade Serpent, any of the Jade Serpent weapons.
Greetings.
But these are sort of a mixed bag. They're all, again, Celestial stats. Hey, these ones must be the oldest ones because they don't have Celestial stats. All the rest of them have Celestial stats.
May the Six watch over you.
I'm rich, you know.
How's it going?
And here we're gonna go. 13 more. Every one of these, I think, has an item that sells for 88 silver guaranteed. You can also get the one that is 8 gold, 88 silver, and 88 copper. 8 is the lucky number in China. Funnily enough, I saw an article today.
Good to meet you.
It's the year of the horse, and a toy manufacturer was making,
I have so much
you know,
to do.
little stuffed horses with a smile.
I like it.
But accidentally, due to a manufacturing error, they were made with the facial part upside down. So it looks like they're frowning, and instead of nostrils, it
Knowledge
looks
is
like they're
bliss.
crying. And they're selling like absolute hotcakes. So what did they do? The guy who made the mistake on the production line
Greetings.
is getting a bonus of, I think it's like 80, some combination of 8s in yuan every year for the next 12 years. Basically, he's getting a bonus every year for the next 12 years, consisting of 8888 yuan for the entire cycle
Everything
for
is
12
relative.
years.
Speak quickly.
Yes, the upside down frown horse. It has gone viral. I don't see the nostrils really as looking like tears because it looks more like drool to me. But yeah, it is cute and it's funny and it's caught on.
Can I help?
And I really liked that they're not just giving him a bonus where all the numbers are 8 for luck, but giving it for 12 years, the length of the entire cycle.
Go to the judge.
Somebody over there has a sense of wit and humor.
Everything is relative. Statistically speaking, this is rather rare.
I have so much to do.
And we lost money, sadly. Well, actually, we probably broke even from the ones we earned. We lost money on the ones we bought.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
But how could we have lost money? We could sell that for 12 gold 44. Well,
I like
we
it.
paid 12 gold 50. So we lost 6 silver. Yeah, clown dots. Like on the cheeks. Well, that is...
Are you
What else do we have here for the festival that we got? I don't think there's anything else for the daily festival. I mean, we can do the chest, what, 2 more times?
Good to meet
Yeah,
you.
no thanks. Lunar Homecoming. Oh, okay, those events did not count as being in
Exhilarating.
Queen's
Watch over
Tale.
you.
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball. No Z on that. So how about the festival proper?
I'm not sure about this.
Dragon Ball. I have never played a game of Dragon Ball. Can't say I find it very interesting.
Everything is relative.
New Year's customs. Let's see.
Huh?
Celestial Firework Box and the Hoofed Shoes. You want your character to look like they have a hoofs. Hooves? Horse feet.
Greetings.
Oh, I played a good chunk of D4, yeah.
Code of the judge and code of the jury.
Well, it started out as D3.5 and now it's about D3.1. They've just made it into a prettier version of Diablo 3 now, basically. In my not-so-humble opinion. I was looking at that lens. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's the firecrackers. Firecracker finder.
I'm rich, you know.
We'll get that tomorrow.
How can I help?
The golden fire starter. That is this require all? No, it only requires 5. Okay, so the firecracker finder will get done tomorrow. 100 Lunar New Year fireworks is really easy. Complete the race event or time trial adventure in under 5 minutes and 30 seconds without using a mount. I can do that on another character. Recommend 2 over 4. I don't know. For a lot of people, they're going to find the
Report any
repetitive
citizen
nature of D2 and the complexity daunting. Whereas D4, for a lot of players, is just going to be a slightly different version of D3. And if they enjoyed D3, I would recommend D4 over D2. If they prefer things like Path of Exile or Last Epoch, I'd probably lean towards
How can I help?
the D2. Was it Reforged? Re-whatevered? Or one of the modded versions of D2 out there. Celestial Companion, Soulbind, a lucky great back item. Well, I'll probably do that. I'm really close. Earn a gold medal in the Firecracker Lighting Adventure in Divinity. Even really actually know what that is. But I'm really close to getting 23,000.
May Cormyr enlighten you.
New Year's Benevolence. Donate. That is probably a fraud or scam call. I'm going to mute for just a second.
Greetings. I have so much to do.
How can I help?
How's it going?
Yeah, they hung up. They don't like my message. They do not like my message.
What is it?
Donate New Year food to the Celestial Pigs for good luck.
My time is precious. I like it here.
Let's see, how many spring rolls do I have? I have 1. I can spare. Sure, I can spare 1. There you go. Delicious rice balls. I didn't think rice was big enough to have. Never mind. Sweet bean buns. How much are those selling for? Gotta know. I don't know.
Knowledge is bliss.
Not much. Fine, have a bean bun. Don't say I never gave you nothing, kid. Steamed red dumplings. We have a couple of those. Sure. You can have two. Fried golden dumplings. I don't have any golden dumplings, kid. Sorry. Tough luck for you on that one.
I'm not sure about this.
Responsibility isn't easy.
Is that a Yahtzee as in Ben Yahtzee Croshaw reference?
Rage at maximum.
Recipe.
May the Six watch over you.
I have 1,517 of these in the bank. I wonder if I can afford that.
Knowledge is bliss. Greetings.
Until we converse again.
I greet you like the sun greets the
No,
morning.
those weren't included in the ones that I just bought. Well, we can sell them. At least we can sell them back for a small amount of change.
My time is precious.
We will hold on to our golden horse figurines because they'll make us feel rich when we sell them.
Coda's blessings upon you.
What do you need to know?
How's it going?
88 Essence of Exotic Luck and 8 gold. That's actually not bad for Celestial gear. Not sure about the dagger, but the rifle...
Everything is relative.
Well, definitely I want the spear. We'll grab the spear.
Are you well?
May all your theories.
Am I
be
well? Opinions vary. Oh, these are even sellable. Interesting. I should have bought it there. That would have been 5 gold cheaper. Lesson learned. Don't be like me, kids. Do your due diligence.
How's it going?
Trader's lantern chest. Again.
May Cormyr enlighten you.
I'm curious if these are on the auction house. Quiet down there.
Do you need my help?
Are you well?
Looks like no.
How's it going?
Responsibility isn't easy.
You can buy one more per account per week. Celestial choosy weapons are going to be a lot more expensive than that, I expect. Let me check. Again. Weapons.
The answers lie hidden around you.
Yeah, about double that.
How can I help?
So in other words, if you ever need celestial gear, Trader's Fortunate Chest is the same price. Again, celestial weapons.
Greetings.
One a week. One a week each?
The answer's life isn't around you.
Quiet down there. It's actually not bad.
May the Six watch over you.
I'm not sure about this.
That's actually a good price for celestial.
I'm
weapons.
rich, you know.
Celestial choosy boxes in particular.
What do you need to know? Greetings.
Yeah, and these are not even celestial.
May all your theories be sound.
Celestial is good for a number of different
Continue.
builds, as it adds to all stats.
Speak quickly.
All right, what would we like to do with the rest of our evening? Done that.
Responsibility isn't easy.
May the Six watch over you.
Well, we can. We still have a few deeds that we need to punch out in Visions of Eternity. I would like to play the new Visions of Eternity content. There isn't any. Oh, I mean, sure, there's the there's the quick play raids, or quick play strike, used to be strikes, raid encounters. I did 10 of those on Tuesday night. And we actually got each one of the 8 that they have made available. We got each of them once. So it took us 10 tries to get all 8. Then we did a couple of actual raids, my first raids in this game, and those went successfully too. But a new game system I do not find particularly... It's Mr. Quiggles! Sorry. Inherently very interesting. A raid version, or raid encounter version, I should say, of one of the bosses from the new expansion. It's not really, I mean, it's repurposed content. If you want to consider that new content, then I guess. And the other thing is something I haven't taken a look at yet, but I watched Wooden Potatoes. Don't quote you. Actually, can you buy stuff? You can't even buy stuff. Worthless sack. Mr. Beamish. Fat buddy. How you doing? Lion's Arch, Wizard's Tower, Shipwreck Strand. Okay. I watched Wooden Potatoes fight with the new wardrobe system for an hour and basically say, give up. Then his next stream, he said basically that as best he's been able to determine, the way it functions as someone described, it allows you to set up basically a stamp in any of the wardrobe tabs and then stamp that onto your current gear. That's basically the way it works. They won't be getting any extra money from me for these. And frankly, if you have a blog post and then you launch your new system, and 2 days later you have to have a frequently asked questions, as designers, you failed. It doesn't matter how elegant and cool and nifty the game system is. In a game like this, if you have to explain it, you've already fucked up. If you have to explain it a second time, You really, really fucked up. There's been my TED Talk. That's just something that ought not happen. The dude says I'm spitting facts, yo. I'm certainly not going to argue with an actual dude. But this is what I'm talking about. And one thing I agree with 1,000% with WP. This is equipment and dives and gliders, and this is the main tab for the game. Then you got fashion. Then you have your build and your training. Fashion's not the second most important thing in this game. Maybe it's your second best moneymaker, but if so, that's an issue too. So this should not be in the second spot. This is the fashion tab where you can set armor skins, outfit skins, style. Would you like to populate the first fashion template with your currently equipped cosmetic? Populating templates with your current fashion is free, but saving new looks to templates will cost transmutation charges. You can set your current fashion as pending changes at any time by right-clicking on a template tab or individual cosmetic slots and selecting Get Equipped Fashion. We'll go ahead and load that in. Now, they're going to be adding additional stuff in here. So stuff is going to get moved into here, like the mounts and stuff like that. But for right now, you can choose the... do I actually have that? I guess I do. Did I get that in VOE? I must have. Yeah, I must have. But you can set fashion for your tools as well. Ooh, no, we don't want that. We want tentacles. Why would I want some cutesy little thing when I can have tentacles? In real life, too. And then the wardrobe function. So, in essence, the way I understand it is by default now, I uploaded my choices as the default skin. Now, I can go to any of my real equipment tabs and I can make changes here, and I think they would take effect, but I don't know for sure. That's my other equipment tab. You don't often see Spongo in these kind of duds. This is the healing spec for Spongo. I spend so much time healing. It's unbelievable how much time I spend healing. He really doesn't. So, if I was to come over here, now that I'm on that, now that I'm dressed like a monk, if I was to go back to here, I could apply this to all of that equipment I'm wearing, and I would look the same in both specs. So that part is pretty easy. Basically, it stamps the currently selected fashion template onto your actual currently worn equipment. I just don't see a huge utility. I've heard like two rationales for it. First is while leveling. You can set yourself up while leveling with a template, a fashion template, a wardrobe template that you can just apply to every time you get a new piece of gear, and you would look like this, say, all the way while you're leveling. That's a useful but minimal use case. The other is you can go to fashion. I haven't played or used it, but to you, it seems like you can create your own outfits. Sort of, yeah. Basically, you are creating a look, and you can stamp that look onto any gear you're wearing. The other significant use case was, say, you want to set up, as an example, we have, let's say, during Christmas, you want a specific Winterfest look that you can save and just apply every year and then change to something else. Again, not useless, but a pretty narrow use case. Now, the part of the system that I approve of wholeheartedly, that I think is really genuinely good, and in fact is the new feature, because all the rest of this is just implementation on the actual new feature. And the actual new feature is the template itself, which is a long string of, I don't know, characters, numbers. I haven't actually seen what it looks like. But basically, it's similar to how in your, is it these templates? You can export a character string. You can stick it into a notepad file. That number chain, or character chain, whatever it is, that string of characters, is the core of the new look system. And it's the ability to get that string and apply it wherever you want, and also share it to other people so that they can use, maybe not all of it because they probably don't have all of the gear, but they can use that as a basis to build off of. That's the core of the system, is that simple string of characters. And you can do that with this. You can save a wardrobe choice to a string of characters, and you can freely do the exact same thing. Basically, instead of buying these tabs, you can just download the string and apply the string. Now, the difference is in when you apply them, how many charges get used for the transmutation charges get used. I know under some cases it's like 1, in some cases it's only for anything that's changed, and so on. I think the fact that it is still using transmutation charges is a knock against it. You've added a system that encourages you to spend money on these tabs, but it also encourages you to spend money on transmutation charges instead of making the transmutation free. I think that's kind of crappy. It should be an either or, not both. But here you can see this is what I currently look like, but none of these have been filled in. So this is still an empty template. And if I apply it to the equipment, my understanding is nothing happens because there's no changes here. I just don't see, outside of that string of characters, allowing you to export and share that string of characters with other players. Or, you know, for yourself to save save a bajillion fashion builds that you can swap into just by using the characters. So let's see. I believe you get this information by clicking here. Copy wardrobe template. Inspect, rename, clear fashion template, get equipped fashion. But there's where you copy the template. And let's say you can't see it. I'll move if I have to. Spongo Smallberry's wardrobe template. I will move my head. Oh, that's not it. That's it. And you can see there's the wardrobe template. that string of characters, which looks like this, right? That long string of characters defines the wardrobe template. That's the system they got at. Everything else is implementation details. That's the entirety of the change. And it's cool. It's smart. I like it a lot. The implementation is bad. At the very best, it's terribly unclear. At worst, it's confusing and people think it's going to cost them more money. But that is as best I can determine, and it looks like it's about what? I'm going to guess 60 characters, something like that. But you can cut and paste that into, into a text file. And congratulations, you have done basically the same function as the fashion templates have, with an extra click or two, and it might cost an extra transmutation charge. Maybe. The transmutation charge math isn't clear to me. But that's the core of the system. And it's smart and good, and it should be applauded. This implementation is bad. So, to the developer and engineers who made that, that string system work, thumbs up, really good work. The UI designer should be making a living asking if people want fries with that. It's another example of a user interface designed and not exposed to people who are not savvy with the system already. This is everyone who was involved in it sitting in a room and saying, yes, this is good. Because they understand how it works, because they were all involved in it. The minute it got out into the public, people went apeshit because it's so unclear the way it works. And they still haven't explained it well. I will now move myself back to my proper place. Sit in that corner and... I was going to say shut up, but that won't happen. So that's the magic. The good is the core game system is solid and smart and provides useful function. The rest of it, I don't know if it's an exercise in marketing a feature to make more money or what, but they've just been so unclear. I need to AFK a sec and refill my coffee cup, and you'll get to see the after effects of the bad back as I'll kind of be slightly hunched over and listing to one side. And he's back. All right, there we go. Now, one of the things that's not so great about it is evidently you can no longer dye your equipment, as best I can tell. All the dyeing has to be done through the new templating system. Thank you, dude. I just don't think they've given much of a reason for players to deeply engage outside of a relatively small subset of players to deeply engage in it. But then that tends to be my problem with a number of their game systems. There was a Reddit thread a day or two ago about somebody who's a new or returning player saying that the housing system is way too expensive. And it is. It's an incredibly stupid implementation. They offered a game system where players want something that's fun, that they can play around in, mess around with, try to do weird, fun stuff with, and they had to turn it into a money and materials sink. Whoever made that decision should never be allowed to make decisions about anything in the game again. It's terrible. It should be, the expense should be so minimal. Maybe a one-time expense to unlock a recipe is fine. But if my choice is spending all my money or saving my money in materials so I can make more legendary items to improve my quality of life in the game, or messing around and spending materials on something I may not like the end result in, it's unfortunate and deeply misguided. Where were we? VOE. Shipwreck Strand. What was the name of the... Okay, what we'll do is port over here. Talk to Bad Canuck. Okay, this isn't Bad Canuck, but I can do what I need to do.
Hey, friend. Always excited to see your face. Means work's gonna get done. Nothing better.
Okay, so Renown Masteries, that's what they're called. The brain is going, guys. It's truly going. All right, so we still have 2 to do. We have 1 in the Foothold Bivouac and 2 in the Priory Expedition. Finish those off. That's the Priory Expedition. All right, let's see. Don't think we want that as our default here. That'll do.
again, Commander. I'm always happy to count you among our number.
And so it starts. Oh. I didn't put it into the box. Supposed to go into the box. All right, we'll just murder them then.
Check out this one. It seems to be a kind of arcane sieve used for separating out different.
That is the voice of Obisek.
But what about this one? A timing precise mechanism, possibly for tracking the season and position of the tides.
From Star Trek Online. A really distinctive and cool voice. Grab an artifact, get running, get my motor running, head out on the highway. Looking for adventure. Ever comes my way. Put it away. Yay. Oh, the excitement is palpable.
That'll silence you.
What the hell was that? I spun and did no damage to him. What was that?
6 feet tall.
I do not feel 6 feet tall. I am an Asura, and Asura are, whatever their many shortcomings, literally and figuratively, and somehow I managed to lose the thing I was carrying. Despite their manifold, literal, physical, ethical, moral shortcomings, the Asura are very, very logical. He would not say, I feel 6 feet tall. He would say, I feel 2 meters tall. I mean, metric just makes more sense. What the hell was that? Oh, okay. Hi guys. I'm gonna drop a trap. It's gonna spin around. You're gonna take a lot of damage. It'll be fun. Let's res this poor fellow. Are morals logical? They can be, as they can help create a stable, reliably growing society. So yeah, they can be. Oh, look.
6 feet tall.
It's me. Jerk. do you think you're going, sir? I have a sword waiting for you. It simply wants to devour your soul. Don't worry, you'll get it back. Gotta res him. You gotta keep him resurrected. Bam, 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 bam. How about a repair kit that we'll use to repair things? Indeterminate things. Oh, look, a repair kit. Invulnerable? My butt. My butt is not actually invulnerable, though, so...
Something has been needling at my mind, and I believe I finally put my finger on it. The Mersat eradicated the Seers millennia ago, and yet there's no sign of the war ever ending.
Slowly making progress here.
Abandoned this place early because they didn't have.
Give me a repair kit. Give me a repair kit. All kinds of big ass supply dumps, but I don't know. Building supply dumps around the outside, I'm not sure makes a lot of sense. But tiered renown hearts. That's 13 out of 14 here. Make sure that's correct. Yeah, we got to do this one more time. You can do it only once a day.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
And the other one we've got to do... Hunter's Camp? I think so. I don't think that was the other one we have to do. I think it was Foothold Bivouac. We'll make sure. Talk to the dude about a thing.
Along, but we're not done just yet.
Yeah, one more here. And we'll finish up, and we'll get 6 scraps of Castora Mastery. And here, let's see. Ah, yes. So for this, we want to mount up on our skimmer. And we're going to shoot healing stuff. He feels better now than he did. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta shoot stuff at them. I'm not certain it makes a lot of sense, but we're healing them. It kind of seems like, I hesitate to say that we're having our skimmer urinate on them, but it is kind of what it feels like. Obstructed. No longer obstructed. Shroom. Pardon me, I'm now officially tripping balls. I can't remember if petting the fox is repeatable for... But this is an interesting creature. Evidently, when you're high on shrooms, even ducks are interesting creatures. They're delicious creatures. I can safely say that.
Curious.
Curious. I am evidently quite the artist. As I'm sketching things. I tried to do drawing and stuff when I was a kid. No natural talent for it at all. None. My natural talents evidently are more verbal.
This bird song. It's unlike anything I've
All right, let's. Who's going to get us any progress? No. Where am I supposed to take these? Over there. All right, well, we'll take them over there and hand them in to Specialist Cheyun. Pick it up.
Yes, I see.
I have an idea.
Don't think this is getting me any progress in the heart, but what the hell, I'm here. I'm a helper. It's just the way I am. I can't help but help. One more, that'll do it.
If you can bring me samples of their hardware, I will try to learn.
I brought you all kind of samples. Shut up. Shut your foolish cake hole. Need to draw a couple more things. Oh, I see an interesting flower. Calming. Yeah.
Unusual.
How unusual. one more interesting plant thing, or animal, or anything that desperately needs a sketch. Maybe we don't even need that. Are you guys feeling like you need another... Oh, this is going to sound terrible. You guys need another squirt? They needed another squirt. And that's the mastery. And another spirit shard. Pardon me. Mini Tyrannus Maneater. Please cue Hall of Notes here. An endless Castoran Choya tonic. I have 56 and would require another 194 raw enchanting stones and 100 gold that I felt like burning. Like setting on fire. The activated chrysalis backpiece. That thing has got 1,000 of the stones. Does it look cool at least? Not really. A little underwhelming. I'm going to go out on a limb and say. Alright, that's the Heart Complete Ward.
Now this is a find.
A Castoran cache of relics. Had a couple of rare unidentified items, a vicious claw, and a silver and 22 copper. I'm rich! I'm wealthy. So we need one more go, and we'll have finished all of the repeatable hearts in the expansion. I do have to say that these are generally better than the, at least the ones that were in Janther Sentry. And at least this expansion, the second map was finished, unlike Janther Sentry. On the other hand, the first content drop, which was Tuesday, is extraordinarily underwhelming. You know, if the third and fourth maps are as good as the first two, it'll be okay. But if they're like the expansion maps that we got after the first drop for, you know, after the initial release for Soto and Janther Wilds. Yeah. They need to put more of their employees to work on Guild Wars 2 and hire some new ones for Guild Wars 3, because Guild Wars 2 is really suffering. In my mind. Pardon the yawn. Old man's still kind of tired. Put ourselves back there. Anytime now. Unusual magic on me, and I am a bird.
Interesting.
I was a bird. I'm feeling less bird-like now. I'm a different kind of bird now, I think. Well, maybe the same type of bird. Regardless, bird is the word, as you may have heard. And now I am a dragonfly. Who's managed to fall through. Yeah, that's... There we are.
Accelerate!
7 seconds left. I helped out. I'm sure they appreciate that. Don't you, Corliss? See? He appreciates it.
Very useful. This is now the real work begins. Interpreting data. Rest assured, you make a fine guinea pig, Wayfinder.
I make a fine guinea pig. Not the first time I've been told that. Well, I think I'm going to call it a little bit early this evening. Back is still a bit touchy, and I don't want to press my luck too far. But I will track somebody down and send you along to them, as the people who are looking for drops would like to continue to look for drops. I'll just send you over to Muckluck. If you're watching on YouTube, I don't think you can even get the drops, but I'll send you along. And I can't raid, sorry. So that'll be for the Twitch viewers only. I hope they can find it inside their hearts to forgive me in time. Let me see. Raid channel. So I'll send you over to Muck. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Don't know what I'll be playing. A game. But as long as the back continues to improve, I expect I should be back. So I'm going to raid Muckluck. As always, I want to thank you guys for hanging out here. I really do appreciate it. Back tomorrow, and hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Friday evening or Saturday morning goes great. I hope your weekend kicks ass, and I will require complete descriptions, including times and dates of how much ass kickery you have participated in this weekend on my desk first thing Monday morning. Regardless, have a great freaking weekend. I'll start that raid over to Muck now. If you're not familiar with Muckluck, mostly known for Guild Wars 2 streaming, but he streams a lot of other stuff too. But he is doing Guild Wars 2 now, and I'm sure he would appreciate your viewingness. Thanks, guys. Have a great night, great weekend. Take care. Bye.
Magnifying Lens rated my stream with 7 viewers.
Thank you, Magnifying Lens. Appreciate you. Welcome. We got 2 downstate. We didn't discuss this, but watch out for the little dudes running through the room. Reflect on boss.